Good morning everyone. Hope you all are good and safe at home. We are doing definite integration. Now the next topic is we need to evaluate the definite integral by substitution. We already learned how to substitute the function in indefinite integration, and what's the difference between the substitution in indefinite integration and definite integration. Because in indefinite integration there was no limit, but here now the limits are there. Upper limit is here. Now I'm taking this function, and here's a lower limit is 0 and upper limit is 2 pi. So what you're watching, 4 plus 3 sin x. Of course its derivative is cos x available, but we need 4's derivative is 0, 3 sin's derivative is 3 cos x. We need 3 here. So we'll substitute. We can do this question without substitution as well. So if you want to do the substitution, then do. If you don't want to do the substitutions criteria, then it's up to you. You can directly apply the formula. But here this function should go in numerator because its power is 1 by 2. So here's the formula will be applicable: fx raised to power n integration of fx whole raised to power n and its derivative. This formula will be applicable here because here's the function's power is 1 by 2. If function's power is 1, then we can say, then we can apply the formula. In denominator function is there and its derivative in numerator. So you can directly apply the formula, but I am doing this question with substitution because I need to explain the substitution criteria. Now 4 plus 3 sin x is equals to t. So whenever its derivative, we'll do its derivative. 0 plus 3 cos x dx is equals to dt. So here we have cos x dx. We don't have 3. So what I am doing, I am taking 3 in another side, on another side. So it becomes dt by 3. Now what about the limits? Because these limits are of x. Whenever the function's variable is x, these are the limits whenever the function's variable is x. But now we are converting the function into t. Variable has changed. Of course limit will also be changed. So whenever x is 0, then what will be t? So t is equals to 4 plus 3 plus into sine 0. What we are doing, we are substituting the value of x here because we need to find the value of t. So sine 0 is 0, t is equals to 4. So whenever x is equals to 2 pi, so t is equals to 4 plus 3 into sine of 2 pi. Sine 2 pi is again 0, then again limit is t is equals to 4. Here lower limit was 0 and upper limit was 2 pi. Here the lower limit is 4 and upper limit is again 4. Now these are the limits for t. Just remember, whenever you are using the substitution criteria, if you are substituting something, some function, then always change the limits because these limits are of x. We need to convert the limits into t. That means now these are the limits of t. Now I is equals to 4 to 4 cos x dx is equals to dt by 3 whole upon under root t. Now 1 by 3 can I take common, which is because it is constant. 4 to 4 and t raised to power minus 1 by 2 dt. So after integration, what I will get, t raised to power minus 1 by 2 plus 1, which is 1 by 2 whole upon 1 by 2, 4 of 4. I is equals to 1 by 3 and this 1 by 2 is in denominator. So that means in numerator it becomes 2. So 2 by 3 t raised to power, that means 4 raised to power 1 by 2 minus 4 raised to power 1 by 2. Upper limit minus lower limit. So of course the terms are same, it is 0. So i's value is equals to 0. Hope this question is clear. Let's do one more question. Now the next question is cos square x upon 1 plus 3 sin square x and limits are 0 to pi by 2. Now can I write this one as cos square x whole upon cos square x plus sin square x, because cos square x plus sin square x identity, this is the identity and it becomes to 1. Now cos square x dx, limits are 0 to pi by 2, cos square x plus 4 sin square x. Now what you are watching, that this is the mix max function, because in numerator cos square is there, in denominator cos square and sin square both functions are there. So we need to convert it to single function either in cos or in sin. So what we can do, we can apply the formula on cos as well. Cos square is 1 minus sin square, here 1 minus sin square. So you can do this question by changing into sin square, or what you can do, you can change sin square as cos square. So I am changing here sin square as 1 minus cos square. It is cos square x plus 4. Sin square x is 1 minus cos square x. So it becomes, because of 4 which is outside, 4 minus 4 cos square x. So it becomes I is equals to 0 to pi by 2 cos square x dx whole upon cos square x minus 4 cos square x, which is minus 3 cos square x, and plus 4. 4 is with positive sign. So 4 minus 3 cos square x. Now we have already converted the function into cos. Now what we'll do, so first of all here, of course, we can do two things here. We can apply the formula cos square x is 1 plus cos 2x upon 2. We can apply that formula, or what we can do, we can, another thing, divide numerator and denominator by cos square x. This is an easy one, criteria that I am following. Or if you want to apply the formula of cos square x, which is 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2, it's up to you. You can apply the formula, and then even then you will get the answer. So 0 to pi by 2. So cos square divided by cos square is 1. It is 4 by cos square minus 3 dx. Now 0 to pi by 2, it is 4 secant square x minus 3. Now this is 4 secant square x minus 3. Now what you are watching, that now we have function 4 secant square x minus 3, here 4 upon cos square x minus 3 was there. Now if we are not applying the cos square's formula, cos square is 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2. But here if we are not applying the formula, we are reaching on this very step. But here what you are watching, that the formula is not applicable still, because what we are getting, we are not getting anything, because it is 1 upon 4 secant square x minus 3. No any formula is applicable here, that means neither integration formula nor trigonometric formula nor even that arithmetic formula is applicable here. So what we can do, we cannot do anything. So we'll divide numerator and denominator by cos square, but before that we do one thing. But what we can do, here minus 3 is there. Can I divide and multiply with minus 3? Why I am doing this thing, I will explain after this step. So to attain the equilibrium position, if I divide it with minus 3, I have to multiply with minus 3, or if I have to multiply with minus 3, then I have to divide with minus 3 as well. So I is equals to minus 1 by 3. So here we just want to form the numerator denominator's function in numerator. So here it is 4 minus. So here it is minus 3 cos square x, 4 is missing. So what we are doing, we are taking 4 from our side. So if we are adding 4, we need to subtract 4 as well. Now equals to minus 1 by 3, 0 to pi by 2. Now we are segregating the functions. 4 minus 3 cos square x whole upon 4 minus 3 cos square x dx. So minus minus plus 4 by 3 outside, 1 upon 4 minus 3 cos square x dx. Now the function will cut out because numerator and denominator function is same. So 1's integration is x and its limits are 0 to pi by 2. 4 by 3 is outside. Now we'll divide with numerator and denominator by cos square. Now after dividing, what we are getting so what you observed before that, when we divided with numerator and denominator, where we get 1 upon 4 secant square x minus 3. So no formula was applicable. I did 2 steps just because of to explain this reason, because we didn't have any formula that we could apply there, because no trigonometric formula was applicable, no integration formula was applicable, no arithmetic formula was applicable. Then what we can do? So what we did, I made the denominator's function and numerator. So after segregating the function, we are getting here now the numerator is with constant. Here the numerator was with cos square, that means trigonometric function. Here the numerator is with constant. So there is difference. Whenever now we are dividing with cos square, I am getting secant square, and secant square is a derivative of which function? Of course tan. So there I get 1 when I divided here with cos square, I get 1, and here I am getting secant square. Of course secant square is the derivative of tan x, and substitution is quite easy. So what you observed, that instead of dividing numerator and denominator with cos square, here you have to make the numerator as 4 minus 3 cos square x minus 4. That means denominator's function, we need to make denominator's function, and after segregating we are reaching on this very step. So it is pi by 2 minus 0 plus 4 by 3. It is secant square x and 4 secant square x. Can I write secant square as 1 plus tan square x minus 3. So it is minus 1 by 3 pi by 2 plus 4 by 3 secant square x dx. 4 minus 3, which is 1, plus 4 tan square x. Now we need to substitute, because we are learning how to substitute in integration definite integrals. So I am taking this function as I1, this integral as I1. Now I will solve this I1 separately. Now what is I1? Secant square x dx 1 plus 4 tan square x. Now what you are watching, that it will substitute tan x is equals to t, then its derivative is secant square x dx, which is available in this integration, and it is equals to dt. And here the limits are 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2. Of course, now the limits are there. We need to change the limits, because we are changing the function into variable t. Now x is 0, so t is equals to tan 0 is 0. If x is pi by 2, then t is equals to tan 90. Tan 0 0, tan 90 infinity. Now the limits are 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity dt 1 plus 4 t square. Now I I1 is equals to, here can I take 1 by 4 as common, because here if we want to apply the formula of 1 upon a square plus x square, we need x square's coefficient should be 1. Here instead of x we are having variable t, so we need 1 upon a square plus t square, but here t square's coefficient is 4. We need to take it out, so I am taking out 1 by 4 plus t square. 1 by 4, 0 to infinity. Can I write this 1 by 4 as 1 by 2 square plus t square? Here's the formula is applicable. 1 by 2a tan inverse t by a, and limits are 0 to infinity. 1 by 4 tan inverse 2t. So 2 into infinity minus tan inverse 2 into 0. Now tan inverse 2 into infinity is infinity, tan inverse infinity, which is I am taking this equation as 1 because we need to substitute the value of I1 here. So this is I1 1 by 4, tan inverse infinity which is pi by 2 and tan inverse 0 which is 0. So here I am getting pi by 8. I1's value is pi by 8. So after substituting in 1, what I am getting, minus pi by 6 plus 4 by 3 I1. I1 is pi by 8. So which is minus pi by 6 plus pi by 6 which is 0. I need to check the answer. Minus pi by 6 plus pi by 3. Here I am doing some mistake. I need to find it out. One plus 2 square plus t square plus 1 by, here it was 1 by 3. Okay, now I find the mistake here. The formula is 1 upon a square plus x square. Its formula is 1 by a, not 2a. So by mistaken I have taken 1 by 2a. It is 1 by a. Now it becomes 2. Whenever it goes in numerator, it becomes, because it is in the form of a by b upon c by d. So it is 2 by 4. It becomes 1 by 2, and it is pi by 4. Now I will substitute pi by 4. That means in place of I1, I will substitute pi by 4. 4 will cancel out with 4, and I'll get pi by 3. So minus pi by 6 plus pi by 3. I'll take LCM. So it becomes pi by 6. Hope I need to match the answer. Yes, the answer is same. Hope the question is clear. So I committed one mistake, which was it was 1 by a tan inverse x by. It was not 1 by 2a tan inverse x by a. By mistaken I took 2a. So it is 1 by a tan inverse x by a. So after application, after applying and after substituting the limits, I get the answer of I1, which is pi by 4. Then I substituted in 1 where I was there. So in place of I1 I substituted pi by 4, and I'll get the answer. Hope the question is clear. Let's do one more question. Now the function is 1 upon x log x, but you are watching that here, but we need to substitute here. Log x derivative is 1 by x, but we are watching 1 by x is already available. So can I write in this way so that it will be more clarified to you? 1 by x dx upon log x. Now function is there, function's derivative is in numerator. So now can we substitute now? Put log x is equals to t, then its derivative 1 by x dx is equals to dt. Now we need to convert the limits as well. If x is equals to e, then t is equals to log e, and log a is 1. Just remember log a's value is 1. So if x is equals to e square, so t is equals to log of e square Now I will apply the property of log m raised to power n. This becomes 2 log e. Log e's value is 1, so 2 into 1 is 2. Now the limits are 1 to 2. I is equals to 1 to 2, which is dx. 1 by x dx. It is dt whole upon log x is t. Now 1 by t. Its integration is log of t 1 to 2, which is log of 2 minus log of 1. And we know log 1 is 0. So log 2 minus 0, which is log 2. Hope the questions are clear. We'll do some more questions of substitution in next video. Till then, stay home and be happy. Thank you so much.